Hello, everybody. Welcome to Econ 2500. This is Dr. He. I also go by Roderick. I'm looking forward to a great semester with you. So in this video, I'm gonna demonstrate, I'm gonna lead you go through the syllabus and demonstrate some of the feature and design of the Canvas course for this one, so as to help you better navigate among those available information on the priority of them. So let's go to the syllabus first. So here is the syllabus. It tells you my office hour, and also my office hour is information is available here in the fundamental for Econ 2500 section, office hour section. So you have my office hour, you have my TA's office hour. Okay. So you can access to those information. And then I would like to talk a little bit about the course design. So this course is an introduction to applied quantitative methods for business and economics. Spreadsheets, which is the core of this course, are used extensively as a modeling tool. College algebra and introductory statistics are essential prerequisites, meaning that you're responsible to know the material covered in this class. But considering the remote feature, considering the difficulty that you may encounter in this feature, I am not making assumption that you know all this. That's why later on, as you see in the content design, I decided to go through all those again to give you a review to make sure that everybody is on the same page. So critical thinking, digital literacy, as well as quantitative literacy, these are the three main characters that I hope to develop of you from this class. So digital literacy especially refers to your ability to utilize Excel to realize certain function to solve problem. And quantitative literacy is to say you should also master how to solve those problems by hand. Critical thinking, you should be able to connect those ideas, images, and also test your ideas in the context of reality, which in this case, under the domain of economics and business. So please be active in this learning and accept the responsibility. And here, please be aware of this 14-week schedule and spend at least 7 to 10 hours per week on the learning. So here, what I'm doing in this class is, I consider you may have busier time, you have less busier time. So I actually divide this class into a 7 unit. So every 2 weeks is 1 unit. That's why previously you see that 7. So here, week 1 and 2, they are a review of college algebra, especially linear function. And there are new things as well. For instance, the primary introduction into Excel solver and some application to business here. For instance, demand and an inverse demand depreciation break-even analysis using linear function. So that is module 1, unit 1. And unit 2, we are looking into a different, a more complex version of algebra, which is quadratic functions. So x squared, y equals to x squared, y equals a by x squared plus bx plus c, that kind of version. And it's solver, digital literacy, as well as business applications. After that, we will have exam 1, which is to cover week 1 to 4 content. And then we have calculus 1, calculus 2, and application of calculus. Okay. That the 3 weeks will be your, I'm sorry, the 3 units, 6 weeks will be your module 2. Okay, so that is the calculus part of this class. And the calculus 1 is a univariate derivative. So it is a derivative only contains one variable. And so y equals to a function of x, right? And calculus 2 is multivariate derivative. So in that case, you are deriving the derivative of y equals to fx1, x2, x3. So, for this y function, there are more variables. That's what we call multivariate. And in the end, which is the combination of it, we are applying our understanding of derivative to solve constraint and unconstrained optimization problem. Also, Excel are used here for you to double check your answer. So then in the end, module 3, we are I'm gonna lead you to review statistical inference, which is to say, if p-value is small or if t-stat is big, we should reject the null hypothesis. That is the statistical inference, if you have heard of this. And in the last week, we're gonna, in the last 2 weeks, last 1 unit, we're gonna look at the application of that to regression analysis. So these are the 3 module, 7 unit fashion that this class will be about, and then talk about some rules of this class. So here is the grading mechanism. We have problem set, we have quizzes, which will appear on the top of every unit, okay, every 2-week unit, okay. And I'd like to talk more about them. So the quiz, multiple choice questions will be graded automatically, and you're gonna be given 2 attempts for each quiz, and those quizzes are not timed, so you can take your time to do that. Problem sets. So this is what I did to help you, what I'm doing to help you to thrive in this online remote mode. So here I have 2 versions of problem sets, and the question between those 2 versions are like 1-to-1 correspondence. For version B, I also post with this answer key and Excel if Excel is needed to solve certain questions in version B. And so you are encouraged to go over problem set version B first to learn how to solve those problems. You can solve this by yourself first and then compare to answer key and Excel answer key if needed. And here in this problem, in this version of, sorry, Canvas takes forever to load. So I'm gonna download this. Okay, so this is one example, and here I intended to reduce your load by splitting it. To be honest, version 1 and version A and version B, they used to be one big homework, and here I split them into 2, so you are not swamped by a lot of work. But here, version B gives you the solution for you to refer to, and for version A, I give you reference if you're confused about how to solve it, you can check version B for reference, and version B is provided with answer key as well. And for some of those that I consider be more challenging, I also have embedded the links to my YouTube videos that you can directly click on this, that will bring you to my illustration of those problems. Okay, so I hope that can be helpful. So that is problem sets, and here for each problem sets, you're only responsible for submitting version A, and those problem sets will be corrected on a completion basis, and you are supposed to give me your detailed steps, okay, for answering those problems. It is not acceptable, or you will lose points if you only answer a number without detailed steps. Okay, so this is one of the big creation that I did for this class to help you to improve. And I do have my YouTube channel, and in there are like 80 short clips of videos, 5 minutes to 10 minutes, or the shorter one could be 3 minutes, the longer one could be 15 minutes, to help you to learn this class. Fortunately, this class doesn't have a textbook because of the content. There is no good book that covers all those content in one class. So here for cost consideration, we don't have a textbook, but here is the content that will be available to you. So here, if you can even out the workload and do one thing at a time, and here I do have sectioned each unit into smaller sections. Like here, we have part A, we have part B, we have part C. Okay, so part A, like here, for part A, I would encourage you to download those files. Okay, those files gives you the most important knowledge that will be tested. And if you look at those links below, if you want to follow the complete sequence, you can click on those links and go through. Ideally, you can click on those links and go through every single video, okay, coming from me. So that's like me teaching you the actual class in person, if I can do that. If not, a formulaic way of learning this class is then access those videos by going over those summary notes. Okay, for instance, like here, we have note here, right? Summary note here, which look like this. So here I have a note, summarizes all the important knowledge points. And if you do go over those videos, as I said, then you can utilize this summary note as a reviewing material. Okay, so here I summarize the knowledge point. Okay, what is the standard form of linear function? And then you have one example, and here it is embedded link to bring you to one of the YouTube clip that I actually added here for your reference. So if you can also do this way, okay, using notes together with slides. So those videos that I make are using slides. So basically coming from questions on the slide. And in those slides, if you go through those slides page by page, there are also embedded video for each knowledge point that I teach. to demonstrate that. Like, how do you solve by hand? How do you add solver to Excel and then solve by Excel? And what is the other form? The slope intercept form. And then how do you graph it with Excel? Then how do you solve with Excel through different methods? So those are what you can do to make your learning more systematic, and to help you to solve those problems with more confidence. But please bear in mind, I'm always available in my office hours, and the TA is also available in her office hours and by appointment. And please check the announcement at least twice per week to make sure that if there is anything that I add to this course, if anything to announce, you can be notified. So this is a brief introduction on how to thrive in this class. So this class, the key theme of this class is it is problem solving oriented. So if by the end of each unit you're confident in solving those problem set and quiz, you should be very confident in passing the exams. Okay, and other rules of this class is communication is the key, especially we are in a remote mode. If you don't say, I don't know what is happening on your end, so please do me a favor to communicate actively. So here I do have listed a certain, how to solve certain issues if you need accommodation. So all those requests, like for moving the deadline of assignments or for moving the time of attending the exam, those requests needs to be backed by official documents for procedural requirement of the school. And here, please be aware, missing any exam with no legit reason supported by official documents will cause an automatic F to this overall class. So don't miss that. Okay. And here, please do not expect correction points. Okay. And after the grade posting date, you have 1 week's time to appeal for grading issues, if any. Exceeding that time, I will not accept request to appeal grades. Okay, so there are reasons for this. It is to make sure that you have motive to compare your own work with the posted answer key that will appear on the top of this. Okay, right beneath the problem set port, and I'd rather that you look at those answer key within 1 week after the grade has been posted while your memory is still fresh. Okay, please do not expect correction points opportunity, because exams are to test your ability to solve those problems in time. Okay, and the correction points kind of defeat their purposes. So I'm a pretty lenient grader, to be honest, but as long as you put enough efforts, I will do my best to help you succeed in this class. Thank you very much. Please let me know if you have any questions via email.